Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm Nia. This is Nia Talk with Nia, and we talk about it. So these are my thoughts on Kevin Gates and whatever this man is. I have a mugshot of him because I feel like what picture can do him better. It's from TMZ. This is a very interesting mugshot. He doesn't have as many tattoos yet. This man hasn't been involved in crime all his life. All his life since like what 1999, since he was like 13 years old. And I feel like I just put this picture here because do you want advice from a man that looks like this? Genuinely, like, do you think anything he says out of his mouth is correct? Like, even let's just forget that he's in jail for a second. Look at him. Like, for real, like, not even, no shade. No shade. Do you think anything coming out of this man's mouth is correct? I am disgusted as usual with these type of men. But my problem is people really think that they can control women just because they are not confident in who they are. They're ashamed of how they looked. Their eggplant size is super small. And that's sad because that shouldn't even dictate your personality and how you move. But after seeing this man perform in concert, I was like, it's a no for me. It's a chop. It's a child. He's so aggressive, talking about sex with women, basically R-ing women. Like, it's disgusting. And he wants to give advice to women and men about what women are. And I think, honestly, like, he's not into women. He's not. He can't be into women. The way that he talks about women, like, you don't want women to enjoy themselves. You don't. This is not a comment to say to women that you are washed up and used just because you have sexual experience. That is a woman. This man is a pedo. That is his problem. He is a pedo. Pedo behavior. It's disgusting. And I didn't even know. No, he not locked up again. You're not crazy. I'm just putting mugshots up of people who are giving this type of advice. Like, I think that, the jail system can be very corrupt. But in this situation, I looked up his history and the facts, and he's been to jail many times since the age of 13. And he does not fear prison. He doesn't. I believe, this is my belief, it's not a fact, but this is what I believe. I believe he's gay. I don't believe that this man is straight. He doesn't give me straight vibes. He doesn't give me, you know, he loves women. I think that Kevin Gates needs to get it together. And I just found out who he was. Like, this is, y'all know, like, y'all think that God be and stuff, which I love y'all. Also, please subscribe. Please subscribe. I love all the support for the channel. I love people who are joining. I love people who are in the conversation and being respectful in the chat. Um, and basically, it's like a situation where I'm venturing off into studying these men. Like, I think it's interesting. I genuinely think it's interesting to study people like this. I think that, I'm trying to say this nicely because I don't want to just be mean. I don't want to be mean and say, like, oh, da, 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 he's a horrible guy, this and that, even though he is. I want to give reason. You know what I mean? I want to give valid reason because I feel like, hi, welcome to the channel. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. You're all welcome to my channel. Be respectful in the chat or you will get banned. My banned hand right here, boop, 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 boop. You get banned real quick. So just be respectful in the chat, but we all are allowed to have our opinions, and that's great. But yeah, I'm thinking it's interesting because when I look up these mugshots, I'm like, y'all act like y'all did some misdemeanor type stuff. Like, no, these are like, fraud, gun charges, weapon charges, things like that. And I'm not saying he did fraud. I don't know about that. All I know is like a lot of people do fraud, credit card fraud. Like, look, this is what I have to say, and I think this is why I'm very interested. I'm from New York. I know and seen a lot. I know and seen a lot from men in New York, New Jersey, and I would say Georgia. It is very, very common for black men to do credit card fraud. It is very easy for them to do credit card fraud. I don't participate in it because I don't have time. I am not losing everything I have just for a couple thousand. Nah, we not doing it just for all these. Like literally, like I have friends who don't even have a place to stay. Well, let me not say friends. Let me say my ex friends or acquaintances don't even have places to stay, but they have a Gucci bag. Let me tell you that. You can't tell them they don't have a Gucci bag. So it's bizarre. Like it's always made me confused because I went to college. I don't want to sit here and say, "Oh, I did everything right." No, I went to college. I didn't have rich parents. I had to take out loans, so it wasn't easy for me. But at the end of the day, I graduated college and I started to understand that a lot of people in my community, black people, decided that they were going to commit credit card fraud. If you are from New York, you know niggas go to Jersey and they swipe that card up. They swipe it up. That is a New York thing. If you are not from New York, you don't know about it. But if you're from New York, you know about it. They go to Miami, they go to Atlanta, and they swipe them credit cards up. Nobody in New York in the hood is rich. It's not cash. It's not clean money. It's not cash. Nobody has cash. It's not valid. It's not liquid. Nothing. So once again, I bring that up because I feel like in my community, a lot of people think these people are right just because they have some type of money. Kevin Gates has fame. I don't know who he is right until I heard that little thing he said. I heard about him being with who's that girl? Brittany Rayner, I don't know how to say her name. I don't know. And she was Muslim for a sec, and I don't know. When black men go to prison, all of a sudden they become Islamic. I don't. It's insane. I don't understand why. I don't understand what, but it's all based in a pedo situation. And I'm just here to tell women that you are beautiful and you are worthy. If you know what type of sex you want to have, that makes you the most golden woman in society. No man, and I mean no man, can take advantage of you and he will feel less than in the bedroom. This man is a pedo for what he said, and it's nasty, and keep him away from your kids. Keep him away from your children. I would never want a man like this around. Look at him. Just look at him. That's all I want y'all to do. Please look at him. That's it. Like, just look at him. Like, does this look like a man you want around you? You know what I mean? Constantly in criminal behavior, doesn't like women, doesn't have a respect for women at all. I don't want that around me. I don't want that around my children. But I want women to feel and know that their worth is not in having sex with a man or men, plural. That's not where your worth comes from. If you have sexual experience because you are a mature woman, you have a mature mind, you are the most golden woman on this planet because you know what you want. There are women walking around here that haven't even experienced an orgasm and have 5, 6, 7, 8 children. So go take a seat. He's upset because he cannot perform well in the bedroom. And what I saw on stage, him doing all that extra work and that nastiness and that R in the air, humping the air, yeah, no. I could only imagine. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I'm going to say one word: children. Kevin Gates. That's it. Disgusting. Got some nerve. Got some nerve. Um, it's like I feel like America wants to show the worst black man to society so that we think this is what we're supposed to be and supposed to do. Um, I feel like, you know, at the end of the day, I love women, and I don't want women thinking that they are less than just because they know what they like sexually, because they have experience in the bedroom, because they are safe with themselves. You know what I mean? Like they understand themselves. It's like, please get it together. And no, he is not locked up. This is an old mugshot. I just have it up because I'm not going to put a picture up of him in jewelry and gold and this and that, or, in a concert for what? This is the man that is giving advice to women. Just let that sink in. This is the man. And I think it's annoying too when women start to turn it into a competition for men like this. I get it. Like I always tell y'all, I come from a place of, I'm not, well, I can't say I was not rich, but like I have money now, but still, it's like I understand what it's like to come from a place where you do not have wealth. I understand that. I empathize with women, but what you're not going to do is sit up here and become a sex worker and then say that what these men are saying is correct. I feel like nowadays, and that's going to be my biggest motion of this channel now, and talking about relationships. I've been dating for a while now, and what I've been understanding is that men have gotten sex work confused with a relationship. And I would say definitely this man does. This man has his fantasy, his pedo behavior confused with a woman's real actions and what a woman is supposed to be. You know? I agree with you. I agree with you. He just likes to hear himself talk, and he's around people that don't let around weak people that let him speak. Sorry, I was like trying to read that. I was like, wait, what? I agree with you. I can't really say your name, but I'm gonna say Wave for now. I agree with you, and welcome to my channel. I appreciate your comments. You've been very, very respectful, and you've been very educational as well, because I don't really know this person too much. I've just been studying them lately from what they said, because I feel like women's sex health is very important to me. Like, you don't understand. A woman's organs is like, we are everything to the world. We produce children. So you're not going to sit up here and give misinformation and also be a pedo. Like, it's just insane. It's insane. Like, imagine somebody telling, like, imagine if I had a daughter and somebody telling my daughter, right, you are worth nothing because you know yourself. You know yourself too much. You know yourself too good. No, you're worth absolutely nothing. And it's so misogynistic that a man can run amok through town, slinging their everywhere, and they have grace. That is because they're a man. Don't you hate hearing that crap? Well, because he's a man. You don't get out my face with that. Um, but yeah, it's just like, he been locked up in Illinois. It's like he's had battery incidents where he kicked a female fan in the chest during one of his live shows. Oh, like, it's insane. Like, it's just not normal. I don't know how he thinks he could give advice. He kicked a woman in his chest. Remember when I told you Anthony Edwards, or not Anthony Edwards, Antonio Brown. Anthony Edwards is another situation, but Antonio Brown threw a shoe at his fiance, and he has like 7 people pregnant. And I say people because they're just sex workers. They ain't. You know, he has weapon charges. It's just insane to me. I don't listen to his music. I don't care for it. If people like his music because they love violence, and they love violence amongst women, you know, I'm good. And people ask me like, why don't you like Cardi B, this and that? Like, I don't like Cardi B because she's racist. If you're from New York, you understand a racist Dominican from less than a mile away. We don't go to their shops. We don't get our hair done up there. If you are really from New York, and this is, I think a lot of black females from the Bronx be getting things confused. Like they be thinking they Dominican all of a sudden or Puerto Rican. Puerto Ricans, for the most part, never had an issue with. But there can be some that are problematic. But I rarely, I'm gonna say rarely, have an issue with a Puerto Rican. I've always had an issue with a Dominican. Cardi B is in hip hop as well, and she participates in this misogynist act, like violence amongst women, taking money, being misogynistic, being disgusting, putting cement in her butt cheeks, getting huge breast implants, scars all over her breast. For what? For what? So yeah, I'm gonna start putting mugshots up because you're not gonna sit up here and give advice to women knowing you look like this. Who you giving advice to, sir? Don't ever, first of all, I find a woman's age to be golden. The fact that you've lived on this earth and experienced all these things and you're amazing, like beautiful, gorgeous, like golden skin. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? A woman's age is like beautiful. Go sit down. He's just a pedo. He's a pedo. Kicking a woman in the chest? Like, are you serious? At a nightclub? Like, what makes you kick a woman in the chest and then tell women that they are worth nothing if they know what sexually pleases them? This man is violent. I don't know who thinks that his advice is great, but y'all really need to take a seat. I think hip hop has always been misogynistic. I think there are some rappers that are trying to steer away from it, but definitely in the deep south and the dirty south, the Bible Belt, it gets crazy. It gets real crazy and scary. And I just want to say that black women, you are beautiful. You need to be protected, protect yourself. Don't listen to men like Kevin Gates. Don't. A lot of men do look up to this man. They do. A lot of black men want money. Once again, like I said, I empathize with you when you have socioeconomic hardship. But what I'm not going to sit here and do is act like a fool for Uncle Sam to give me some dollar bills. We're not going to do that. Like we're not going to sit here and act like that's normal. Also, like, where is he from? Florida, Illinois? I don't know. Like I said, the South just be a whole bunch of crimes. Weapon charges, kicking women in the chest. That's why I'm like, some people do have Southern hospitality and they can be sweet, but the education system, whack. Is whack down there. You never know what happened to this man in jail sexually. We can only assume. We can only assume what happened to him sexually. I think that he is an artist. That's my opinion. Seeing the way he performed on stage, humping the air like that, it was disgusting. Like, you should call the police if you ever see him do that. You should. And I don't think it's cute that he enjoys women who don't know their organs. They don't know themselves. They don't know their muscles. They don't know nothing about themselves. Those are children. That's what he is saying. You're not gonna stop me from giving my opinion, but when I say you know, you know, you know, you know. Like, it's interesting. Like, he really think anybody gonna listen to him? Like, you kicked the whole woman in her chest. It's the same thing with Cardi B. Very violent and sexually explicit. For real. And I think people get mad at Meg Thee Stallion because she has so much control. Like, she has so much control over everything she does. People get so upset. I don't know how Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B even made that song. I would say I liked that song. It's crazy, right? That's the only song I've ever liked that Cardi B did because of Meg Thee Stallion. If Meg Thee Stallion wasn't in it, I would not like it. Um, but that's it. That's the only song, and it's crazy to me because it's like rappers like this will listen to this type of music, but then you got the nerve to say that you wouldn't want to have intercourse with these women. When you do, they just don't want to have sex with you. That's the real deal. That's the real tea. They don't want to have sex with you. It's not that these women are run through. They not run through. They know themselves. You got the nerve to talk about Angela Bassett and Nia Long being run through. I wish you would. I watch Love Jones and ooh, child. Like when I tell you, I always get hot. I'm like, ooh, Jesus. Like she is gorgeous. You're not gonna sit here and play with me. You're not gonna sit here and say she run through. She is experienced and beautiful. Angela Bassett, beautiful. We don't even need to know how many people they've had sex with. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Their age is so golden and beautiful. This man is a pedo, and that is what makes him thrive. That's what makes him thrive. He's a pedo. Like I don't think it's cute. Um, what are your thoughts though? I feel like more people know about Kevin Gates than I do. I only know about what I've looked up. I have not listened to his music. Maybe I have listened to it, but I didn't know. Um, I prefer not to, but if this is what young boys are listening to and they think it's funny, I think it's pretty sad. And seeing that girl that was all over him in the video, and any man that records you in bed has no respect for you. I'm gonna say that right now. Any man that records you in bed. Hi Deborah, how are you doing? I agree with that. I said what? Right. So I'm trying to read. Yeah, I don't know. I don't mess with that man. But any man that records you in bed has no respect for you. He has no respect for you. That's all I have to say. And you should know that. You should know that. This is not about rap anymore. It's not about rap. It's like this manifesto of like incel men. Like it's so weird. It's weird. It's crazy. Like I love the knowledge that I've gained with age and beauty like that I have. I'm beautiful, you're beautiful. Know that you're beautiful. Know that you should know yourself and know your body before you should even get with somebody. That's the thing. A man does not want you to know your body. And let me not say all men, because there are some amazing men out there. I've been on dates with, there are amazing men out there, but I'm telling you, they're not online like this. They're really not. And they shouldn't be. They should have a job. A lot of these men just get lucky. That's it. The rap game, the hip hop game, it's about luck. It's not really about talent anymore. It's about luck. You should hear him cursing and saying, and I did this to her, and I bent her over and do that. What? What? Bend her over where? You getting bent over. That's what's happening. Dropping the soap. Is that what was happening? You cannot tell me any man leaves prison without having to drop the soap situation. You in survival mode up in there. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Um, Sorry, I'm just trying to read comments. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate all the support to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Nia. I talk about controversial topics. I talk about Black men for the most part. I love my community. I talk about dating, and people get upset about it. But once again, if I did not love my community, I would not talk about it. That's all I have to say. I'm not a divester. I'm not here to tell y'all to divest. No, I'm here to tell y'all these are terrible Black men. Y'all need to be going after good Black men. If you are going after any type of race, that's good as well. But I'm just specifically talking about my community because I don't want my community to be erased or to give up on dating. But I just give reasons on why dating is so fucking hard because of this. Look at this garbage. Look at what we're looking at right now. This is trash. This is trash. And men look up to this because they don't have money. Um, oh, Khalil, I like your name. So let me read your comment for taking the bait. That's, I agree. They're clowns. I agree with that. But it still hurts women. It still hurts society when women are so malleable. You know what I mean? Like if it was 17-year-old me, I just think about that. Like 17-year-old me right now, whoo, thank goodness I'm not because ooh, this world right now, nope. I'm glad I was alive. Well, I am alive, but I'm glad when I was, Obama was president was my era. But basically, it's interesting to me that, just think if I was 17 and listen, I heard this, say a young boy in school said something that Kevin Gates said. Because, they look up to these men. They look up to these men because of money. If these men were broke, they wouldn't look up to them. Isn't that interesting? They look up to them because of money. Remember what I said about the credit card? Again, though, people are fake, so don't believe them. Um, but they look up to them because of money, the cars, the clothes, the Gucci, the Louis, the Prada. They look up to them, right? So they bring an audience in because of money. That's how America works. And then think about like a young boy going to school saying all this stuff. You know what? We're going I want to be with her because she ain't got touch yet. She ain't da, 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 da. Like, and once again, I'm not trying to sit up here and say when, you know, teens should be engaging this and that. I don't know about that. I'm not a parent. But what I will say is that this is unhealthy and it starts with these young boys. It really does. It's so unhealthy when you think about it. It's so shameful as well. Coming to school, talking to young girls like that. Imagine I would, oh my God, I would literally ball up and cry because all I did was want to go to art class and I skipped gym. I was terrible. I would ball up and cry, my guy, if I had to go to school with men like this. I would. So it's like I'm gonna become a mother one day, and I have to literally deprogram. I'm going to have to deprogram my children from thinking like this because you can't control what they see on the internet. You can't control it. How are you supposed to control what they see? How are you supposed to control what they see on the internet? It's not easy. I love black people, and I want the best for them. I don't want the worst. Um, uh, I don't know who YB is, but I don't know. It's supposed to be young boy. I don't know. But I also want to say this before we end. The motivation behind sex with this man is money. And I don't want people to think that money is what makes you want to have sex with someone. And I don't want people to think money is what makes you able to disrespect women. That's the correlation that is happening, not even just in the dating realm, but just in the realm of the black community. That is strange. And in many communities, let me not say just black community. Let's take that out. Let's just say many communities. It's wild. It's wild. And the only reason why people listen to any of these rappers is rappers, NFL, NBA. I'm just putting out leagues of black men. The reason why people listen, poor or rich, is because they have money. And once again, we don't really know. Remember what I told you about credit cards? Like, we don't know. Hold on, let me look into the comments. Sorry. I agree with that. The fake Muslim thing was weird. He is goofy. I'm reading Khalil's comment. That's just engaging to extended period. I agree. I definitely agree. It's like, but here's the thing. I agree with you, Khalil. Here's the thing. I also empathize with why people, like, not empathize. Let me say understand, because I don't do it. I don't care. Like, I don't care. Well, even though my bank account looking nice right now because of, well, y'all know what's going on with all the air travel and stuff. My bank account looking good. But my point is, I understand socioeconomic hardship. I understand racism. I understand not being able to get a mortgage. I understand not being able to get a property or a loan because you are black. I understand hardship. I do understand it, but there are other ways. It might be harder. You might have to practice patience. But what I've noticed is a lot of people want to flex Gucci, Louis, Prada, and buy bottles at the club, but then literally be living in in the gutters. I'm from New York, so like it's just interesting. Like the dynamic is crazy. You know, the dynamic is crazy. I love talking about the black community because I am black. This is my culture. I'm very, educated in it. And before let me say I'm an art teacher. I used to only think I could get my point across through art, and I realized my voice is way more important. My voice is way more important. Um, I'll be banning users like no tomorrow. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Nia. Once again, if you're new to the channel, just be respectful in the chat. I'll be banning people left and right. I mean, hey, all you can do is watch now. I mean, I wouldn't be saying nothing slick. I don't know why some people do. But I do love black men. I do love black women. What I don't like is misogyny, racism, patriarchal ideas. I don't like it when people base religion and cults and bad behavior and taking advantage of people's lives just because you were afraid of the D word and you don't know what's going to happen at the end doesn't give you a right to tell people how to live. Um, All right, so I do. I have a few, but I'm trying to get to know people. Ali. Also, I love your picture, Ali. Um, Very gorgeous. But thank you. I know it's 5 a.m. and I appreciate everyone who is coming out to this, but it's been hectic with what's going on with the government. So my job's been a little hectic, but I am here. So much. I agree with that. I agree with that. I can't really say that, but blessed. I agree with you. Blessed 303. But let me say you should feel bad. You should go. Yeah. Oh my God. I just can't stand people. Like, who are you? Like, like not having a mortgage, you get a mortgage. I agree. I don't even care for a mortgage. I'm definitely gonna be a renter because I don't have time for this. I've rented before. I want to go back to renting. It's just ridiculous what's going on. But yeah, I'm just saying I understand why people, they just want to get out. They don't really hate people. They don't really, want to hate. Well, no, some people do hate women because they just feel like they can't do anything for women. Um, but and I'm not gonna say which group is most misogynistic. I just specifically talk about my community because I am black and I'm well versed in it and I love my community and I will talk about the issues, hoping that there are people out there who listen to this and understand, listen to this and maybe question their ideas, listen to this and love themselves more and not feel bad about what this person just said because what they said is not right. What they said is not right. I don't like that comment, so we're just gonna sorry, I'll be banning users. I'm sorry, you had to get banned. Um, but what you call it? Um, it's like, you just gotta stay chill. Put you on a little timeout. We live in a misogynistic world. There isn't a group that's more or less. Period, Ali. Period. Come around. Thank you. You can follow my TikTok, Nia Talk. You can follow my Instagram, Nia Talk. Um, I don't know why, but like I'm so bad at promoting my socials. Like I get on here and it be all messed up. But anyways, we should be ending this convo soon because the girl got to get ready for work, sadly. But I just want to say I appreciate the love and support. I want women to love themselves. Please love yourself. I want men to love themselves. I want the best for y'all all. I don't want you to think that you are less than because you hear something that this man has said because it is hurtful. And I'm just here to let you know what he said was not true. What he said was not true. And this is something that hurts many women and makes them get crazy plastic surgeries, get BBLs, breast jobs, waxing, doing unhealthy things to your, vaginal area for men because they're pedos. That's not healthy. Doing all that stuff is not healthy for you. It's not. It's from a pedo European ideal, which is disgusting. Don't do all that. Please, you are a woman, you are a grown woman, take care of yourself, do what you gotta do, but don't do all that just to be in a bedroom with someone who is a pedo. Don't do that. That's nasty. Women are starting to do the most. Anyways, Love y'all. Be safe. Take care of yourself. And I just love all the support, and I'm gonna keep making more content. This is not how I wanted to make it. I wanted to, be on camera, but I can't right now. But I just want to say thank you to all of y'all. Thank you, Khalil. Thank you, Wave, for your Wave. Thank you, Bless 303. I want to say thank you to all y'all for coming to the chat and being respectful. It was a very good example of how you can be respectful in the chat, and I hope to continue with this. So, bye, y'all.